For many people, Christmas is a time of light. For those of the Christian faith, it's a season of deep significance, a celebration of birth, renewal, and hope. Churches fill with carols and candles, reminding believers of something larger than themselves. Families too see Christmas as a long awaited reunion. It's the one moment of the year when relatives converge around a table, when laughter echoes through kitchens and living rooms, and when old traditions are passed down to younger generations. Children view it through a different lens altogether. The thrill of presents hidden under a tree, the sound of wrapping paper being torn, and the unshakable belief, if only for a few precious years, that magic really does exist. Even outside faith and family, the season has its champions. Retailers wait all year for December when shoppers swarm stores and online baskets overflow. For them, the sound of Christmas bells is the relentless chime of cash registers. Supermarkets, toy shops, department stores, and delivery firms all thrive as the year draws to a close. For many businesses, this is the golden quarter, the weeks that can make or break an annual balance sheet. But not everyone greets the festive season with joy. In the demolition and construction sector, Christmas often comes with a different set of emotions: frustration, uncertainty, and sometimes fear. Long before December arrives, projects start to slow down or grind to a halt altogether. Developers and clients hesitate to commit budgets so late in the calendar. Sites close their gates, machinery stands idle, and schedules are pushed into January. Now, outsiders see this as a well earned seasonal shutdown, but for those inside the industry, it looks very, very different. Because for many workers, downtime means unpaid weeks, temporary layoffs, and redundancies dressed up as seasonal adjustments. The bills don't stop landing on the doormat just because the diggers stop moving. Rent, mortgages, heating costs, and food bills arrive relentlessly in December as they do in July. Yet in construction, the paycheck can suddenly vanish just when families need it most. While others are rushing through crowded shopping centres, filling bags with gifts and stocking up on festive food, countless demolition and construction workers are counting pennies. The pressure to deliver a good Christmas for children can weigh heavily when the industry itself delivers nothing but uncertainty. This is not a new problem, of course. Year after year, the cycle repeats. In many parts of the UK, the enforced winter slowdown is as predictable as the Queen's, or now the King's, speech. Budget cycles, procurement delays, and client hesitancy all conspire to push projects back. What should be the season of goodwill often becomes the season of standing still. And with each passing year, that season seems to grow longer. For contractors, the break can be equally punishing. Overheads don't disappear just because invoices stop being paid. Hire charges, insurance, wages for retained staff, and interest on loans continue to mount even as revenue dries up. Smaller firms already balancing on the razor's edge of tight margins can find themselves perilously exposed during December. Too many collapse in the new year, undone not by poor performance, but by the simple fact that cash flow withered when the calendar hit its most festive month. The industry likes to portray itself as tough, resilient, and capable of weathering storms. But Christmas exposes its vulnerabilities in a way that few other times of the year can. And there's a human cost too. Anxiety doesn't pause for Christmas dinner. For many workers, the uncertainty of seasonal layoffs casts a long shadow over family gatherings. Parents may sit at the table smiling for the sake of their children, all the while worrying about January's bills. Loneliness, already a challenge during the holidays, can bite even deeper for those who have lost not only their job, but also the camaraderie of the site. Meanwhile, the wider world carries on. Television adverts portray perfect families exchanging expensive gifts in immaculate homes, many of them built by the very people now struggling to pay their own rent. Social media overflows with curated displays of abundance, further amplifying the sense of exclusion for those who can't match that festive ideal. And the irony runs deeper still. In January, demand will likely roar back to life. Projects will restart, deadlines will loom, and contractors will scramble once more to find enough hands to match that demand. The very workers sidelined in December will suddenly be desperately needed in the new year. It's a cycle that makes sense only to those not caught in the middle of it. So when we raise a glass this December, perhaps we should pause, Not everyone will be celebrating. Not everyone is counting down to a day of gifts and abundance. For thousands in demolition and construction, Christmas is less a time of joy and more a reminder of the fragility of their livelihood. Now, I don't want to dampen the season's spirits, and I don't want to deny the comfort it brings to millions. Just simply want to acknowledge a truth that rarely makes the headlines. While Christmas can be a time of warmth and plenty for some, for others it brings cold nights, unpaid bills, and the gnawing worry of what the new year may or may not bring. The twinkling lights and festive cheer mask a reality of uncertainty in one of the hardest working sectors of our economy. The men and women who work in demolition and construction deserve more than to see their livelihoods put on pause just when they need it most. Until that changes, Christmas in this sector will remain a season of lights, but of shadows too.